Hello, my name is Mohammad Shahab Ali Aftab, along with my group members Rohit, Vikash Kumar, and Abrar Ahmed. Today, our topic of discussion is problems at Boeing Aerospace report for shareholders. This is our today's agenda: introduction, Boeing's issues, stakeholders, perspectives, root causes of Boeing's problems, and so far. So let's start with the introduction. Boeing, founded in 1916, is a leading aerospace company known for its commercial aircraft like the Boeing 737. With over 10,000 units delivered recently, the company has faced significant challenges, including the 737 MAX crashes, leading to a global grounding of fleet, order cancellations, and declining stock prices. This report analyzes Boeing's current issues and proposes solutions for restoring stakeholder trust and ensuring long-term recovery. Let's move forward with Boeing's issues. Let's start with safety concerns. 737 MAX crisis is a central to Boeing's current challenges. The two fatal crashes, Lion Air Flight 610 in October 2018 and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 in March 2019, resulted in 346 deaths. These incidents were primarily attributed to the maneuvering characteristics augmentation system is flight control system that malfunctions due to faulty sensor data. The grounding of 737 MAX fleet worldwide led to direct cost of approximately 20 billion, including the compensation to airlines suppliers as well as legal settlements. The indirect costs such as cancelled orders and loss of market share to competitors like Airbus have been estimated to exceed 60 billion. The FAA's investigations into these incidents, MCAS system, and enhanced pilot training requirements. However, the Boeing's initial failure to address these design flaws promptly has severely impacted its reputation and financial stability. So next is financial struggles. Boeing's financial performances has been adversely affected by 737 MAX crisis and the global pandemic. The company order backlog decreased from a peak of 5964 aircraft in August 2018 to 4223 aircraft by the end of 2020, a reduction of approximately 29%. This decline reflects the cancellation of orders by major customers including Air Canada and the Qatar Airways, who suspended and or cancelled significant orders due to safety concerns and production delays. In addition to decrease in orders, Boeing reported a net loss of 11.9 billion for the year 2020, marking one of the worst financial performances in its history. This loss was primarily attributed to the grounding of 737 MAX, reduced uh, aircraft deliveries, and the economic impact of COVID-19 pandemic on the aviation history. So let's start with let's move with the slide 3, and it's part 2 of Boeing issues, competitor pressures, Airbus market share. As of 2024, the Airbus has solidified its dominance in the commercial aviation sector with 766 aircraft deliveries compared to Boeing's 348. Airbus has secured approximately two-thirds of its market share in terms of deliveries for that year. This shift has been largely due to Boeing's ongoing 737 MAX crisis, which has led to widespread order cancellations, production delays. While the market share percentage can fluctuate slightly depending on the exact calculation methods, the general consensus is that Airbus now holds a larger portion of the global market. In terms of net orders, and Airbus maintained a substantial lead with the 8 to 6 orders by the end of 2024, while Boeing recorded a 370 orders. In terms of net orders, Airbus maintained a substantial lead with 8 to 6 orders by the end of 2024, while Boeing recorded 370 orders. So this trend is significant, especially for stakeholders, as Boeing's current challenges threaten its long-term position. And new entrants, new entrants apart from Airbus, new players from China or Russia are rapidly increasing their presence in the commercial aircraft market. With its C919 aircraft is a significant competitor, already delivering over 100 units. Comac plans to ramp up production to 150 units annually by 2029. This could be a game changer, especially in the Asian market where demand for air travel is growing rapidly. Additionally, China's and Sukhoi Superjet 100 is also gaining traction. Despite being smaller and may challenge Boeing's regional aircraft sales for Boeing, the rise of these new competitors further amplifies the agency's urgencies to address its internal challenges, particularly the 737 MAX issues, to retain its dominance in the commercial aircraft sector. Thank you. Let's take it to my another colleague who will present the stakeholder perspectives.
Thank you, Aftab. I will talk about the stakeholder perspective. Its stock price declines like Boeing stock reached an all-time high of 430.30 on March 1, 2019, driven by its dominant position in the aerospace market. However, the following 737 MAX crashes and the global grounding of the fleet and Boeing stock fell sharply by 31 2020. The stock had dropped at $149.14, reflecting a 65% decline in just over a year. The sleep drop highlights a significant impact of 737 MAX crisis on investor confidence and market perception. The grounding of the 737 MAX alongside the COVID-19 pandemic severely reduced travel demand, further compounding Boeing's challenges. Now I will talk about the financially instability. It's like that since of 737 MAX accident, Boeing has insured over 28 million in losses primarily driven by grounding costs, production delays, and legal settlements. These losses reflect not only the immediate financial damage, but also the long-term financial strain resulting from decline orders and production delays. Shareholders also instability concerned about Boeing financial health and its ability to rebound from the crisis. Now it's about like market comparison drop. It's Boeing market and saw a 35 billion decline in 2024. Further emphasis the financial strain it continues to face as production issues persist and safety concerns linger. Boeing market cap continues to suffer. The decline is key indicator of how the company brand reputation, shareholder value the intertwine, and highlights the urgency of Boeing to address the ongoing challenges. And it's about now investor confidence also. As Boeing continues to face challenges, investors are also calling for strong leadership and renewed focus on the safety and transparency. Shareholders are also hoping for a realized and management structure that can restore the confidence, bring long-term profitability, and restoring trust in Boeing will require tangible improvement in both the operational practical and its corporate governance. Now it's about stakeholder perspective. It's about customers and its employees. So it's like that customer, the aftermath of 737 MAX crisis has severely impacted Boeing customer base in 2019. Boeing faced 183 order cancellation, marking its worst performance in 3 decades. Among the major airlines that cancelled order were Lion Air and Garuda Airlines with Garuda. Especially cities, a loss of passengers trust a key reason of their decision. The 737 MAX crashes have led to airline being hesitant about placing new orders with Boeing. Additionally, its flight delays, Ideal and Turkish Airlines consider shifting to Airbus for challenges and option of the A320neo. And it's for employees. Internally, Boeing has also faced significant challenges in the maintaining employee morale. In 2024, the company announced the plans to lay off approximately 17,000 employees, which represents about 10% of its global workforce. The move came apart Boeing efforts and addressed its ongoing financial difficulties and the mechanism strike that had affected the production timelines. Moreover, in 2020, Boeing implemented 2.6 billion in compensation cuts of its employee as part restriction efforts. These measures, while necessary for Boeing's survival, have contributed to employee dissatisfaction and unnecessary regarding job security. Restoring employees' moral, ensuring job security will be critical for Boeing and its work stabilize its operation and regain the trust of its workforce. And the conclusion for stakeholder is like that addressing both internal and external challenges is essential for Boeing recovery. The company must restore customer the trust through improved safety measures and transparent communication about the steps taken to ensure product reliability. Additionally, Boeing must support its employees with fair compensation, job security, and a strong company culture to reduce unnecessary dissatisfaction. A balanced focus on these areas will play a crucial role in restoring Boeing market position and ensuring long-term success in aerospace industry. Next will my friend will read that.
Thank you so much, Rohit. So, my name is Vikas, and I will talk about the root causes of Boeing problems, management, and leadership. So, leadership failure, speed over safety. Boeing fast tracked the 737 MAX development to complete with Airbus A320neo, minimizing retaining cost and meeting marketing deadlines. This led to the implementation of the MCAS system without adequate pilot training. As a result, safety flaws were not thoroughly addressed, contributing the crashes of Lion Air Flight 610 and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, resulting in 346 fatalities. Boeing's slow response to these issues led to the global grounding of the 737 MAX in 2019. If I talk about the cultural issue, then cost cutting culture. After the 1997 merger with McDonald's, McDonnell Douglas, Boeing shifted its focus from engineering excellence to cost cutting, prioritizing short term profits over safety. Investigations showed a culture where employees feared retaliation for reporting safety concern, contributing to poor decision making and mismanagement. If I talk about the operational inefficiencies, production delays, Boeing's 737 MAX production faced delays due to supplier issue and poor coordination. A significant backlog of over 40 planes occurred in 2018. 2040, 2024 FAA audit revealed poor quality control and lack of proper documentation, exacerbating Boeing recovery challenges. If I talk about the root causes, supply chain issue and quality control. So, supply chain failures, production delays 2020. In 2020, Boeing was forced to halt 737 MAX production due to significant disruption in its supply chain. The company's reliance, the company reliance on third-party supplier, particularly Spirit Aerosystem, created bottlenecks in the manufacturing process. Spirit Aerosystems, which supplied the fuselage, wing compounds, and other critical part of the 737 MAX faced production delays that slowed down Boeing assembly line. By August 2018, over 40 aircraft were sitting unfinished at Boeing facilities. Uh, Waiting for parts, Boeing 737 MAX production delay reaching 6 months by 2020 due to these supply chain disruption, severely impacting the company ability to deliver aircraft on schedule and affecting customer orders. If I talk about the quality control, FAA audit findings 2024, the 2024 FAA audit reviewed systematic issues in Boeing quality control processes. The audit found that Boeing manufacturing teams were not following proper protocols for the part handling, so storage and inspection. The audit also highlighted a lack of proper documentation of non-forming parts, meaning parts that did not meet specification were not adequately tracked for corrected, leading to defective components being used in production. These findings were critical in the FAA investing into Boeing overall safety culture and the company ability to produce aircraft at the highest safety standard. As a result, the company faced increased scrutiny, and the audit called for the overall of its manufacturing process to restore safety and quality standards. If I talk about the government regulation and oversight, government oversight, FAA oversight lapses. The FAA oversight of Boeing was criticized for being too hands-off, focusing more on auditing paperwork than uh, conducting hands-on inspection. The approach allowed Boeing to continue production despite seriously safety concerns. Certification failures. The FAA organization designation authentication program, which allowed Boeing to perform certain uh, certification tasks, faced security for weakening oversight. Investigation revealed that Boeing failed to provide adequate information to the FAA, leading to flawed certification process. If I talk about the uh, regulatory process, enhanced security following safety incident, the FAA increased the oversight by adding more inspectors at Boeing facilities and implementing corrective plans for manufacturing issues. These measures aim to ensure the Boeing adheres to safety and quality standard. If I talk about the uh, production gap, um, production cap. In January 2024, the FAA imposed a production cap of 38 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft per month to ensure safety and quality standards were met. This decision was made after a mid-air incident involving a Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft. Regularity impact, increased costs, uh, strict oversight and safety checks are likely to increase production cost of Boeing. These additional measures may lead to delay and increased expense in the manufacturing process. In long-term benefits, while these measures may increase cost in the short term, they are necessary to restore customer confidence and ensure long-term compliance with safety standards. Enhanced oversight will help prevent further incident and maintain Boeing reputation in the aerospace industry. So next slide will discuss my another faculty.
So this is Abrar Ahmed. I'm going to discuss about proposed solution, safety management and quality control. So to improve safety and regain customer trust, Boeing must implement rigorous third-party reviews of its aircraft before they enter service. This independent verification will ensure that the company safety protocol meet the highest standard, um, Additionally, regular third-party audits will help identify any overlooked safety concern and address them proactively. Transparency with regulatory bodies. Boeing must enhance its collaboration with the FAA and other regulatory bodies. This involves real-time access to safety data, ensuring that regulatory authorities have full visibility into Boeing safety process. Increased transparency will demonstrate Boeing commitment to regulatory compliance and help restore the trust of both regulators and the public. Management overhaul. New CEO appointment. The appointment of a new CEO who is focused on safety and quality is essential for Boeing recovery. A leadership change will signal to both investors and customers that Boeing is committed to transferring its corporate culture and rebuilding its reputation. Safety first culture. Boeing needs to build its safety first culture from the top down. This cultural shift must involve executive commitment to making safety the primary decision-making factor. The culture of cost-cutting and efficiency needs to be replaced with a focus on ensuring long-term safety and quality standards. Quality control. Boeing must institute stronger oversight over its entire production process to ensure high quality standards. This includes increased supervision at all stages of manufacturing and testing. Boeing should also employ additional quality control inspectors and enforce stricter quality checks for every component used in its aircraft. Production safety standards. Boeing must guarantee that all its production meets rigorous safety and quality standards from the first day of production. To do so, Boeing should standardize quality control procedure across its facilities and with its suppliers, ensuring that the same level of attention to safety is applied to all parts of the manufacturing process. So next I'm going to discuss about proposed solutions, supply chain improvements. Boeing is working to strengthen its relationship with critical suppliers like Spirit Aerosystems and CFM International. This reassessment involves contract renegotiations, performance reviews, and incentivizing suppliers to meet delivery deadlines while maintaining high quality standards. To improve forecasting and production planning, Boeing is investing in advanced digital tools like predictive analytics for inventory management. These tools will help anticipate potential supply chain disruptions and provide proactive solutions to avoid delays in production. Improve suppliers integration. Boeing is enhancing communication and coordination with suppliers. This includes the implementation of real-time collaboration platforms, allowing Boeing to track parts as they move through the supply chain and address issues before they impact production schedules. This is all about our presentation. Thank you so much.